Okay guys, so as I said in my last video, I would show you some of the meals that I eat. So currently I am preparing my chicken, just chicken breast, and I will sprinkle it with some seasoning. I'll show you the seasonings now. It'll just be barbecue seasoning or barbecue spice that I got from Aldi's. Not really a lot in that. I will also chuck in some onion flakes and what else do I have? And probably some taco seasoning. I'll just sprinkle all this over the top, and maybe even a little bit of garlic, Himalayan garlic salt. Oh, there it is. So yeah, I will sprinkle it on this. As you can see, there is just chicken breast. So sprinkle on that, chuck it in the oven, let it cook in the oven, no oils, no fats, and then we'll get on to the next part. Okay guys, so as you can see, my chicken is all seasoned and ready to go in the oven. So I'll put it in the oven. So the other meal that I'm currently cooking is just going to be a chicken curry with this Thai green curry sauce. And it's just chicken breast at the moment with onion, just brown onion, no seasonings at the moment. And I've just sprayed the pan with a little bit of this non-stick olive oil spray. I try to keep the food that I'm eating as tasty as I can, just due to the fact that I find it's a little bit easier to stick to, and I don't end up with any cravings either, which is pretty cool. So I've got my chicken breast in the oven with the seasonings just cooking away, and this one currently cooking away. With the chicken breast in the oven, I will have sweet potato that I'll probably just roast in the oven as well. And with the green curry, I'll probably just leave it on its own because I'm going to add some mushrooms and maybe some greens. If not, I'll definitely have my broccolini with my sweet potato and chicken breast. The other thing that I will try and cook up today is some turkey rissoles, and they will just have a little bit of onion, some seasoning, 2 eggs, some taco seasoning that is as well, and just cooked up in the oven. Pretty simple. They will be basically probably my 4th meal of the day. So generally I will have a smoothie for breakfast, or I'll have protein oats, one of the two, and that can be sometimes at 3:30 in the morning when I'm on day shift. My second meal will be probably the chicken and sweet potato with greens. My third meal will be the chicken curry. My 4th meal will be the turkey rissoles, and depending on how my time's gone for the day, if I'm on at work for day shift, how busy I am, I may just have another sweet potato meal with chicken, which will make it 5 meals for the day. If I'm not as busy, I will have my turkey rissoles at night time, or I'll swap the turkey rissoles with the green curry meal during the day and have the green curry meal at dinner time. So at the moment, I'm eating very minimal carbs, no rice. At the moment, I'm just basically having my carbs from either if I have protein oats or my sweet potato. It's just what I find works for me, and keeps me going throughout the day. So I will leave that there for now, guys, and once I've pre-packaged it all into all these containers, I will show you what they look like, and then probably even tomorrow or maybe the next day or something, as part of this video, I'll show you a full day of eating, how I go about eating my meals, when I eat them, and yeah, some of the supplements I use throughout the day, and just things that I find work for me. So, cheers guys, see you soon. Okay everyone, so as discussed, these are my turkey rissoles. I have 2 per container, and I will have some avocado with them, or I'll take some steamed greens. I prefer to steam them and eat them reasonably fresh, as they taste a little bit better. But there's 2 per meal, They're roughly around 90 to 100 grams, so there's close to 200 grams, if not 200 grams, as per 1 meal of protein. All that's in them is some onion, some seasonings, salt reduced taco seasoning, and 2 eggs, between 1 kilogram of turkey mince. So as I said, I've got 5 of those meals. In these containers is some chicken breast just cooked in the oven with some seasonings as shown, and some sweet potato just sliced and cooked in the oven with some onion flakes. In this container is my green chicken curry. So the only other meal that I'll have throughout the day, these meals will last me 4 days. So the only other meal that I'll have will either be a smoothie in the morning. Maybe I'll change it up and have bacon and eggs depending on if I'm doing cardio in the morning and I want to reward myself, basically. So I'll have my breakfast smoothie or my bacon and eggs. I will have either the green chicken curry, which may turn into meal 3, or the chicken and sweet potato, which may be either meal 2 or 3. If not, this meal here with the avocado will become my second meal. This meal here will be my third meal. And then the sweet potato and chicken breast will be my final meal of the day with some greens. It all depends on what shift I'm doing at work and how I'm feeling throughout the day. When I'm on night shift, I try and have my carbs throughout the day earlier so then I can sleep and then eat just strictly protein meals over night time because work is pretty quiet over night time. So I try and limit my carbs. The only other thing that I'll have throughout the day other than these meals is a protein shake, and that is my Rule 1 protein. I will show you in the morning or over the next couple of days how I make my smoothies. It has protein powder, coconut water, some pineapple pieces, and some frozen blueberries, and it tastes really nice. So meal prep is just about finished. I have a couple of rissoles left which I'll have for dinner tonight. These will be my next 4 days meals because I go back to work tomorrow on day shift, so I don't have to worry about cooking or anything else. My meals are prepared. I literally just put them in my esky and head off to work. So tonight's meal will be, I have 3 turkey rissoles left over, so I'll have them 3 turkey rissoles. I will have some sweet potato that's been sliced up and cooked in the oven, and some greens. That will be my dinner tonight. So yeah, hopefully you guys found that entertaining. I didn't get to show how I do fully cook the rissoles and make them, but it is pretty simple. I prefer to try and make food that is low in carbs, tastes really good because I find it easier to stick to. Hey guys, just thought I'd give you a bit more information on my hip condition. It's Perthes disease. For anyone who isn't aware of it or hasn't experienced it in the families or in their lifetime, anyone who's got the condition, it's a condition that can play on your mind and limit you in everyday life at times. So the disease is actually spelt Perthes. It's not a disease as in you can catch it. It's definitely not contagious. It's hereditary. I was probably one of the first ones in my family to get this condition, but I'm certainly not the last. There has been many others after me who have inherited this condition. It limits you, or for myself, it limited me in regards to school. The teachers wouldn't let me play contact sports. They were always concerned that I would do some serious sort of damage to my hip. I was never allowed to sit on the floor at school. I always had to sit on a chair. So being segregated, I guess, sort of plays on your mind a little bit from such a young age. Also, the amount of surgeries that I had multiple surgeries to have the pin put in, pin removed, plate put in, plate removed, all this sort of stuff. It all adds up, and I guess it probably is where my laziness crept in, and certainly my weight issues started. Not being very active and being limited in what I could do. It definitely plays on your mind, but it's something that you can break yourself, as in like you can break out of it. And growing older, I was always told that at the age of 21 I would have to have a prosthetic hip put in. I'm now 29, still have not had that prosthetic hip replacement, and hopefully will never have to. I don't experience a lot of pain from it now. As I said, I did have it from a younger age and had it through primary school into high school. So we're talking a few years ago now when it was at its worst. But, I spent a lot of time in the Melbourne Children's Hospital away from family, and definitely had to go through a lot of it by myself. It does impact your life. Something like that at such a young age, it does impact your life. But this is life, and this is what makes us stronger, I guess. How my hip has impacted myself now and throughout these days of my life. It's not as bad now. I don't experience a lot of intense pain. Probably over exhaustion or over usage is when I experience the most. But yeah, it definitely becomes easier to manage. The only way it sort of really affects me now is the depth that I can squat at the gym, the amount of weight that I can squat. Limited in movement a little bit, and that's probably all. But it's not anywhere near as discomforting as what it used to be. So it's definitely something you can work past, and it's something you should never let yourself be limited by. So I guess the moral of the story is anything that's playing on your mind can always be overcome, and never let yourself be limited by something that you can overcome. It's more of a mental thing at times than what it is a physical thing. That's just a little bit more about it. Again, guys, if you want to look into it yourself, it is spelt PERTHES, and it is quite interesting. It's quite an interesting condition that not many people would have.